What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you. Do me a favor, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section. Twitter, Shutdown Safety is my username. I want to talk about Madden 17 ratings because to me, this is when they matter the absolute most. Right now, you've got players coming out complaining about ratings. You've got arguments on the internet about ratings, which ratings mean more, which mean less, who's the best, who isn't, you name it, it's happening. And that, to me, is the biggest thing these numbers do. Generate talk, generate interest, which in turn, like it or not, is free publicity for EA and leads to sales of Madden 17. Because no scout in the NFL is creating these logarithms on a scale of 1 to 99 for all these different attributes over the course of several different positions, and then extrapolating that to try to determine who to draft. It's not even done by one person, for that matter. And in reality, I think one of the most resilient ways to determine with some accuracy how good a player will end up is his explosion rating. And honestly, that's just based on combine results to see how football athletic someone is, so to speak. Because at the end of the day, much of these arguments is really just the players themselves or us as fans dictating the stance. You know, it's easy to make a claim that just about any top 10 player at a given position is the best. Use some stat, use some situation to proclaim why. But we all know it's a team game, and that's what it boils down to. No player has ever won a game by himself, and whether you love or hate kickers, you can really say that they've never lost a game all by themselves either. You know, and just to go back with one example here, now you guys are going to almost immediately know who I'm talking about. We're taking a look at 4 games in a quarterback's year. Quarterback A throws 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 69.5 completion percentage, takes 9 sacks, 5 fumbles. In those same games, quarterback B throws 7 TDs, 5 interceptions, same number of sacks, but only 1 fumble, 54.95 completion percentage. Quarterback A was RG3, quarterback B was Andrew Luck. And a case was made that RG3 was a better quarterback before Week 5 in 2012, where those stats came from. Now, even the most deranged RG3 fan right now isn't going to be willing to take him over Luck, and to be quite honest with you, even as a Colts fan, a majority of players and people are going to take Russell Wilson over either one of them. You know, plus, this target always moves. Players get hurt. Stevie Johnson, prime example. Right now, I've got Stevie Johnson as a top 50 wide receiver. Some people may not. I absolutely had players like Roddy White and Malcolm Floyd above my choices of replacing him. I'm sure Phillip Rivers probably wanted Jericho Cottery since they have some history in college. James Jones is the one that gets the call. I mean, something you don't traditionally see coming. And to me, this is where Madden misses the mark with a lot of gamers. Because prior chemistry with a player, leadership, playoff, big game experience, those things don't mean a lot in Madden. At least not have a meaningful impact. So do I really care what a numerical representation of one player's tackling is over another? Not really. Because, like it or not, Madden does one good thing with these numbers when it comes down to it. It changes them. And it changes them with near reckless abandon. End of season roster update, for example. Whitney Merciless, Kirk Cousins, they both increased 4 overall. Charles Clay, Richard Sherman lost 3. Again, you know, go back to the beginning of the video. The biggest impact, people talked about it. You know, and that's what we're going to do, is talk about it. And they're going to change, and it's not going to be a big deal. And that, to me, is why we don't see anything changing with these rating systems. We all know some players are special. Some players can make incredible catches. Some players have an unparalleled knack for the ball, understanding for the game. It's physical gifts that make players great. Hear about it all the time. Tom Brady, the late run, you know, the late draft. We see Peyton Manning run like a duck. You take a look at undrafted free agents like Mike Anderson. There's rare occasions where you have a special player with great gifts. And those are players like Barry Sanders or Jerry Rice. No one talks about their numbers. No one talks about their attributes. Because the numbers don't make those players. Something else distinguished those players in their physical ability. Players have came in the game bigger, stronger, faster, probably equal to Barry Sanders. But they didn't have his skill set. But giving a player a skill set isn't an argument or a discussion that's going to sell a game. Because no one's going to argue that Odell Beckham Jr. gets a spectacular catch skill. But you will have people that'll argue that if he has a 99, no player has the right to have a 98. And to me, that's where this game is. So that's why I really don't talk about it a whole lot. Love to know your guys' thoughts on it. I appreciate you checking this video out. I'll be back in the week with more commentary.